Coulomb force, or it is also called electrostatic force. Coulomb force, or it is also called electrostatic force. So according to scientist Coulomb, if we have two charge, suppose one is Q1 and other is Q2, we have two charge, both may positive, both may negative, or one positive and one negative, and they are separated by a certain distance. Suppose this is the center of first body and this is the center of second body, separated by a certain distance r in either air or vacuum. If any two charges are separated by a certain distance in air or vacuum or in any medium, then force of attraction or repulsion between them is directly proportional to product of magnitude of charges. It means we take only positive sign. Number 2, it is inversely proportional to the square of distance between two charges. These are the two laws of Coulomb's. Means force of attraction or repulsion is directly proportional to magnitude of charges, product of magnitude of charges. Number 2, inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. If we combine these two relations, it becomes F proportional to Q1 Q2 by R square. Now take proportionality constant. Suppose it is K, write without mod sign, supposed to be mod, Q1 Q2 by R square. This K is called proportionality constant and its value depend on system of measurement and also the nature of medium. These are the two factors in which the proportionality constant K depends. Suppose case first, if medium is either air or vacuum and system is CGS, then the value of proportionality constant K is 1. Clear? Then electrostatic force become F is equal to Q1 Q2 by R square. In this case, its unit of force, as you know, it is Dye. But second case, if medium remains air or vacuum, but the system is SI, then the value of K is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 and its value is 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square. Clear? What is epsilon 0 here? Epsilon 0 is called absolute permittivity, or you can say permittivity of air or vacuum. And what is its value? See here, epsilon 0, if we calculate epsilon 0, then epsilon 0 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi into 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square. So it become 8.85 into 10 to the power 10 to the power minus 12. It becomes Coulomb square per Newton meter square. This is the value of absolute permittivity, or you can say permittivity of air or vacuum. Now it was second case. Now third case. Suppose medium is rather than air or vacuum. Medium is other than air or vacuum. Then electrostatic force become F is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 epsilon r Q1 Q2 by r square, or you can say 9 into 10 to the power 9 by epsilon r Q1 Q2 by r square. Here this epsilon r is called permittivity of that medium, or it is also called dielectric constant of that medium. Dielectric constant for that medium, and its value is different for different medium. Clear? So let's see what is the dielectric constant is. See here, dielectric constant. Suppose if we have again two charges Q1 and Q2 separated by distance r in air or vacuum, then electrostatic force between them, suppose it is F naught, is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by r square. And if same charges Q1 and Q2 are separated by same distance r in given medium whose permittivity is epsilon m, then electrostatic force between them, it is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by Q1 Q2 by r square. It is suppose epsilon m. Then F naught by Fm, it is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by r square upon 1 upon 4 pi epsilon m Q1 Q2 by r square. Get cancelled, 4 pi get cancelled, you will get epsilon m by epsilon 0, and it is called epsilon r, that is relative permittivity or dielectric constant. It is also called relative permittivity. Relative permittivity of given medium. It means relative permittivity is the ratio of permittivity of given medium to the absolute permittivity, and it having no unit and no dimension, because it is the ratio of two similar quantity. Dielectric constant. Now come to the main point now related with the Coulombian force. Properties of Coulombian force are electrostatic force. First, it may attractive or repulsive. Attractive or repulsive. It means if both charges are similar, then repulsion will take place, and if they are dissimilar, then attraction will take place. Number 2, the force of Coulombian force is depend on magnitude of charges. means who is responsible for this force? That is charge. Number 3, it follow inverse square law of distance because it is inversely proportional to square of distance between them. Number 4, it follow Newton's third law of motion. Newton's third law of motion means force applied by charge Q1 on Q2 is equal and opposite. That's why it follow Newton's third law of motion. 5th, Coulombian force or electrostatic force is much greater than gravitational force. Nearly electrostatic force is equal to 10 to the power 40 times than that of gravitational force. 6th, electrostatic force or Coulombian force is also greater than magnetic force. So these are the, it is long range force. Why long range force? Means it is applicable from very small distance to large distance. It is central force. It is central force. Why central force? Because its direction is along that line which join the center of charges. Suppose it is C1, C2. So this is the direction of Coulombian force. That's why it is also called central force. Clear? So it's a Coulombian force. So thank you for today's, and next point we will discuss in next lecture.